Ramakrishna is a very young scholar, researcher, and translator. He has done collection of articles, I think translation, short stories, and Dalit literature also. But very interestingly, what I find is, my translations have always been fiction, non-fiction. For example, Sun from the South, Hindi Imperialism, Grand Indian Dream. But while translating this Maberum Tamil Kanavu into it has come out. Actually, it is translated in Hindi also. It's there. Now, in 5 languages, it has come out in 5 languages. One chapter, one particular part I had to leave out. That part is Karnanidhi, Kalaignar Karnanidhi's elegy to Anna, the Mundredhu. That I couldn't translate it into. I find it very impossible. So how do you manage it? This literary thing, no? Because Anna's writings, political writings, is very clear. When you have a clarity on their ideas and your ideas are also in line with their ideas, you can easily translate. But when you translate literary work with a lot of political implication, political meaning in it, how challenging it was, how difficult. I know it is difficult, that's why I left out. But what is your experience?
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. Sitting beside 2 people who've been part of this movement and talking about Dravidian ideology is kind of humbling. So, in the context of Anna's stories, I would say it was a big challenge considering several layers of ideas that need to be translated. First, there is, of course, the political propaganda. Anna predominantly used a short story form to basically put forward his party's ideologies. So it could be self-respect, marriage, or it could be, he was part of the communist movement also. So there was always this criticism of bourgeois tendency, criticism of Brahminical tendency. All these issues always cropped up in his work. Apart from that, there was his own rhetoric. You know, Anna's rhetoric is still popular today. He began that popular rhetoric that is still used by most politicians, whatever party they belong to. That rhetoric also reflects in his stories. So there will be alliteration, there will be rhyme, there will be puns, beautiful puns that are literally untranslatable. So those challenges are there. And what I tried to do was, I tried to reflect Anna's rhetoric and ideology as much as possible. Where it was not possible, I tried to transfer it to other areas where the sentence itself lent itself to doing that. For example, if a sentence that has alliteration in it, has a pun in it, doesn't fall beautifully in English, I would translate it unfaithfully. And then when it comes to the next sentence where there is no alliteration or pun, I would add something that Anna would have been happy with. That was a liberty I took with the work. Whether it's good or not is something else. But this is the process I took when it came to short fiction. And Anna's experiments with the narrative form, short fiction form, that is also something important to be looked at. He did not write simple stories. Yes, there was always a political agenda, political message in it, but he played with the form so much. He used the epistolary form. He used deities so much in his work. He used gods in his work in order to convince the people he wanted to move for his political movement. So it was sheer brilliance, and we had to be conscious of what Anna was trying to do at every point in order to reflect it in translation. So yeah.
Thank you.